What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to Collectors Gone Digital. My name is Josh, and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about how more companies are starting to mix IP. Now, the reason why I wanted to cover this now is because I know there's been this topic raised in the community before around companies not wanting to mix IP and wanting to stick to their own platforms. I disagree with this, and today's video is meant to kind of break that narrative and explain why. So without further ado, grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So I thought we'd start off by talking about some potential reasons why a company might want to go this route, and then we can cover some examples. The first reason I have on the list is engagement. Now, I'm not going to actually use VeVe as an example today, and the reason why is because I want to show that this is already happening outside of VeVe, and I also made sure that all the companies are in the Web 2 space and not Web 3, to show that this is already happening outside the Web 3 space. So Fortnite would be one example here. Think of their virtual environment. The interactive and the immersive experience within that environment can lead to higher engagement rates. And if you have a company that collaborates with that environment, then players are more likely to interact with their branded content. So a brand can create a custom game mode, a virtual concert, an interactive event of some sort that captivates their audience in a new way. This now leads to memorable experiences that resonate with the players, and that helps the brand stay relevant and now connected. You connect your audience with something they know, in this case the brands, and you stay relevant because you're doing it on a platform that they're all on, or using a technology they're using. Now, if a company is willing to mix IP, they can appear more modern and in touch with current trends, but it also allows for cross-promotional opportunities. We're going to actually cover quite a bit later on in the episode, but before we do that, think with respect to VeVe's Blackpink announcement. That was cross-promotion. You had Lisa with over 100 million followers post about VeVe. And that's actually a perfect example for why cross-promotion can help reduce marketing costs, because here we have VeVe being promoted to over 100 million people from that post. Now, companies can also gather data on user behaviors and preferences, and they can also do this in real time, because interactive platforms like Fortnite are happening in real time. Live competitions, live concerts, all these things can be tracked by the company or the organizer of the event as they're happening. Now, I'm going to stick with Fortnite here for a sec and go to their store. Mixing brands allows revenue to be generated through in-game purchases. And this is a win-win for both sides, because Fortnite gets to provide more value by offering brands that people already love, while the brands reap the benefits of an additional revenue stream and more exposure. And the last thing I have on the list is sponsor events or place advertisements. And this we will talk more about later on as well. So the first example on today's list is going to be Fortnite, but I want to talk more about how they actually have their platform structured as opposed to just the IP in their store. Yes, they have a huge portfolio of different cosmetics. They ran virtual concerts with different artists like Justin Bieber, Travis Scott, Ariana Grande, and many more. They just finished one with Metallica. And speaking of that, I'm going to toss one of those experiences on screen right now. So for anyone who has not played Fortnite, Fortnite started out as Fortnite, yes. Makes sense, right? But over time, they've introduced more things to their ecosystem. One example would be rocket racing, which is what you guys are looking at on screen. This is actually one of the Metallica experiences tied to that event. You got lava, you're going to see the different band members playing as you drive through the map. It ends with them playing on stage. But for those who don't know, rocket racing is an extension of another game called Rocket League. And Rocket League is separate from Fortnite. In fact, the games actually have a cross-ownership feature. So for example, Fortnite recently dropped their Cybertruck, which is what I'm driving on screen. If you happen to unlock it in the game, you actually also unlock it in Rocket League. So despite the fact that I'm not playing the game right now, I can log into Rocket League and I'll have the Cybertruck in that game as well. And the same thing happens vice versa. If I happen to unlock the Cybertruck in Rocket League, then I can also use it in Fortnite. Now, another IP they've added to their ecosystem is Lego. So you can open up Fortnite and play Lego. I'll toss some footage of that on screen, but it's a full survival game with different brands being mixed in that as well. When Star Wars drops on Fortnite, there's a whole Star Wars event inside of Fortnite Lego. Fall Guys. Fortnite just released Fall Guys. I'm talking this week. So what you guys are looking at on screen is I'm dropping into a battle royale, and there's a statue that I need to walk up to pretty much start the game. When I do that, you see that I go from Fortnite to Fall Guys, But what's actually happening is I'm playing Fall Guys within the Fortnite game. And so I can complete the race, and then all of a sudden you see that I fall back into the world and I'm playing Fortnite. So they're building an ecosystem of games, and we haven't even talked about the user-generated content, because Fortnite has a whole community creator side of things as well, where I can make my own map and publish it. Artifact, 𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗋𝗋, these are companies in the Web3 space that have actually built spaces of their own inside Fortnite as well, with their own branded content. You can get the map code and visit those maps right now. Now, this is just one example, so let's move on to the next. Now, Roblox is another game you might have heard of. It's more like a platform where you can build your own games and offer content on. But Gucci, they created a virtual Gucci garden experience. It allowed players to explore themed rooms, buy limited virtual items, and learn about the brand's history. Nike launched the Nike Land. It's a place where you can play mini games, customize your avatar with Nike gear, and explore a digital recreation of the real-world Nike headquarters. Vans created Vans World, a virtual skate park where players could skateboard, customize their avatars with Vans apparel, and then complete skateboarding challenges. Tommy Hilfiger launched Tommy Play, which was an interactive experience involving mini games, virtual apparel, and the ability to create your own custom clothing. Chipotle created a Halloween-themed burrito maze, so players had to find their way around the maze, they'd collect ingredients, and then they'd earn a free burrito code for use in the real world. Ferrari, they apparently introduced the 296 GTB inside of Roblox. Forever 21, they created a Shop City, which was a virtual retail experience. Samsung, their Space Tycoon allowed players to build and manage their own space stations. And so all in all, what these brands are doing is they're leveraging Roblox and other platforms and other brands on these platforms to expand their own brand experience. And some of these brands are in multiple examples on today's list. Next up is a new game being pushed hard by Ubisoft, and that is XDefiant. But what this game offers is different factions, and each faction within the game represents different Ubisoft games within the Tom Clancy franchise. So for example, the first faction offered is the Cleaners, and the characters within this faction are characters from The Division, which is another game. We have the Phantoms, which are going to be characters from Ghost Recon Phantoms, another game. We have DedSec, which are going to be characters from Watch Dogs, another game. We have the GSK faction, characters from Rainbow Six Siege. And all of these games, guys, are under the Ubisoft brand. So going back to how Fortnite's kind of creating an ecosystem of their games, this is exactly what Ubisoft is doing with XDefiant. This, ladies and gents, is cross-promotion. Somebody can hear about this new game, go, ooh, I've never played it. Download XDefiant for free. And now that player is exposed to all the other games we just talked about under their umbrella. Minecraft, another one, owned by Microsoft, and it's been used as a platform for educational initiatives. Brands like Disney have created themed content and experiences within the game. You can visit Disney parks within Minecraft. Now, similar to Fortnite, there are going to be multiple aspects that a brand can take advantage of. In this case, custom branded maps, skins, and mods are the big three for Minecraft. A mod would be something that changes the base game. So for example, Star Wars Battlefront 2, when that game got canceled, there was a lot of controversy behind it. A lot of people were like, what? You guys haven't even added a lot of the Jedi that we're waiting for. And so what happened was somebody ended up creating a mod for the game to pretty much pick up where the devs had left off. They added a bunch of Jedi, ships, maps. You can play as Ahsoka, whereas if I go to the base game right now offered by DICE, I cannot play as Ahsoka. League of Legends, one of the largest games in the world. You probably heard of it. And it's a game that's partnered with brands like Louis Vuitton, who's created in-game skins and physical merchandise for the brand. The company also designed a trophy for the World Championship. That is a very big event. League of Legends has also collaborated with music artists, K/DA, a virtual K-pop group created by Riot Games, featuring real-world artists. Next up, Call of Duty. And yes, that's Nicki Minaj. The game has collaborated with brands like Mountain Dew and Doritos to offer in-game rewards for purchasing real-world products, as seen on the right-hand side there. The game's also hosted themed events and content drops with IP like John Wick and Rambo, and as seen at the bottom there, they offer avatars like Snoop Dogg and Nicki Minaj. Next up, NBA 2K. So the game has various brands through in-game advertisements, sponsorships, and branded clothing. In fact, I know we're talking about basketball here, but FIFA does this as well. There was actually a business owner who sponsored one of the teams in real life just so he could see his logo on the jersey of the team in the game. There's a whole video on this, you can search it on YouTube. But on top of that, you can also visit a virtual Nike store within the game's My Career mode, which you guys can see on the right-hand side there. So this is the last example in today's episode, and if you haven't picked up on it already, every single one was in the gaming space, and the reason why is because the gaming space provides the virtual environment. The virtual environment provides the endless opportunities, and the endless opportunities provides the endless interactivity, aka something for the brand's audience to do, and most importantly, continue doing. With how the world's going digital, it all leads to gaming, my friends. It's not hard to create a moment that's fun. What's hard is keeping the fun, making sure it lasts. Ladies and gents, that is going to conclude today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. We walked through 7 different examples, not including VeVe, of companies who are mixing IP in the Web 2 space. So it's already been happening. I think this model is only going to get more popular. We have announcements like the Epic Games and Disney partnership, which of course mixes more IP. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, today's episode was really meant to break that narrative of brands don't want to mix IP, because put simply, they do. Maybe not all, but some. And there's many reasons why. But if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see in a future episode. And as for next, I will catch you then.